Okay, River of Wellness wrote a comment just saying that he or she, I'm still not sure if you are male or female, it doesn't matter. But you said that um, you've had tinnitus for 8 months and you're still just really having trouble coming to terms with it and accepting it. You know that maybe accepting it would be good, but it's just really hard for you to do that, probably because you hear it all the time and it interferes with a lot of things in your life. I understand. So let's talk about that, and I'll see what we can do here. Um, so it's really important to understand the mind body connection. A lot of things that your brain prioritizes are based on your conscious thoughts. So, if I'll give you an example. I have a toe where the joint is a little swollen. I've been a dancer all my life, and I can guarantee you that if I start thinking about that toe, every step I take when I walk or dance, I'm not going to be able to walk or dance. I'm going to be in pain. I'm going to be not wanting to do it. My brain will focus on it all the time, and then I won't be able to do it. The funny thing is, when I don't focus on it, I don't even notice it, and it's not normal. I shouldn't have this swollen toe, but I do. And you know what? I can actually dance pretty good. I get a lot of compliments. So that's good. So the brain-body connection, it's so important to understand that, because, as I said, your brain is going to prioritize things. It's really good at doing that. If you tell your brain that you are afraid of something, it's going to believe you. There's a subconscious brain that's kind of a layer beneath your conscious thoughts, and then it'll be hard to deal with. So you probably have a little bit of that going on. So how are you going to solve it? I'm going to make a joke, but I'm really not joking. Lie. Lie to yourself. And so until you believe it, because you know from, like, I don't know where you fall on the news and everything, but when people lie enough times, people actually believe it, and it's powerful. So I don't really want to say that you're actually lying. I just want to say that, in a way, you're lying to yourself with all the negative stuff, about it. So I remember I made a video that was pretty popular that said, I said something along the lines of, I love the sound of my tinnitus. It sounds so good. It's music in my ears. And when I hear this, I know that I'm safe. I know that I'm going to be okay. I know there's nothing wrong. So every time I hear the sound, I make the connection with that everything is okay, and that I'm fine, and that I can relax. I'm good. And I'm so fortunate to have gotten this tinnitus, because it actually really helps me to learn a new skill, which is to focus my attention on something that is more important than the tinnitus. And as I get better at that, I can do more things in my life, perhaps things that I couldn't have done until after I got tinnitus. So thank you, tinnitus. I appreciate you. It's a wonderful sound. I welcome you into my life, and you really have helped me to learn to focus on things, on the things that are more important, that are most important in my life. And it's a wonderful sound that I hear sometimes, and when I hear it, I don't mind. It sounds good, So you hear me sort of lying, yeah, but the thing about it is, you've got to lie until you believe it, and then when you believe it, it's really not a lie anymore. Why? Because you actually stop noticing it. Your brain starts to deprioritize it, and it's so easy now to not hear it anymore. It's there, and that's the hardest thing for me to describe. It's so weird. The tinnitus is here right now. I definitely like to keep some background noise. I'm fine without it, but I kind of like it. It makes it a little easier to tune it out even more. But yeah, I mean, it's there, but it's not. I don't hear it. I hear my voice talking to you. I hear the fan over there. My brain has kind of said that that's just something that's somewhere else, and it's like, yeah, there's a sound in the background, but it's like the fan in the bathroom. You don't sit there and, oh my God, the fan's still on, and do that all night and not sleep because the fan's on. You go to sleep and the fan runs and you hear the fan, and it's probably, I don't know, a similar loudness to your tinnitus. I don't know, but even the loudness, the perception of it, of how loud it is going to go down as your brain deprioritizes the tinnitus. So that's what all my videos are about, though, are just helping people to realize that as you can redirect your attention to something else, you're going to be better. And you may very well be so much better that it's just really not there hardly at all. I don't know. I don't think there's some people have claimed this. I don't think you ever will reach a point where it's like, it's just completely gone. But I mean, there's always stories of people where it goes away after a few years even. So I'll always keep hope for that. But it's effectively gone so much of the time. And when I do hear it now, when I do listen, I mean, I can find it right now if I want to. It's just not that important to me that I find it, right? So just going back to where I started here at the beginning of the video, the words that you choose to describe it, the feeling that you choose, you are choosing that feeling, whether you want to admit to it or not. The feeling you choose to have about it, what you choose to tell your friends about it. All these things have a strong impact on that mind-body connection, and your brain prioritizing sensations, feelings, and including, I guess, I'm not sure if I'm using the right terminology, but in a way, sound is a nerve connection, right? You have nerves that go from your brain into your ear, and somehow that's turned into some kind of waves that your brain processes as a sound. So, I mean, it's all just chemistry, right? There's not really actually a sound. There's just a wave that your brain chooses to say, hey, I'm going to turn that into a sound, and that way it's inside your conscious thinking, you're going to hear it as a sound. So that, you see what I mean? It's like a pretty darn big connection that if you can open up this can of worms and you're going to make a lot of progress. So yeah, but I have to say, you got to do the work. You've got to catch yourself saying negative things and turn it around. I can't. It's been 8 months and I can't accept it. No, screw that. Don't talk like that. Sorry, but screw that. It's been 8 months and I'm a little better than I was before, and I know if I keep working on it, it's going to get even better. And I'll come to accept it more and more. And as I come to accept it, I just won't hear it so much anymore. I think I can just about tell you that's a fact. It's a fact. If you can get where you don't focus on it and you deprioritize it and you don't care about it so much, you're just not going to hear it. Really. I mean, yeah, you'll use some sounds in the room, stuff like that, but you got to turn that message around every time, and you got to get better at prioritizing something else besides thinking about it. And you'll get there. But I don't want to use harsh words here, but just a friend of mine told me, "Don't be such a C." Terrible, terrible words, right? But it kind of stuck with me, and I'm like, yeah, I think I am. It's just a sound. So screw that. I'm going to get past this thing. That's a terrible word. I'm sorry. Sorry for my But just they told me that it's true. And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, maybe I am being too much of maybe a wimp would be a better word. Don't be such a wimp, uh, sitting there worrying about it all the time, Just turn that front upside down, and keep studying this. Keep studying how the brain works and how to use it to your advantage, and you'll get it. Yeah. So best of wishes, River of Wellness, I think it is. Mm-hmm.